Hey guys, it's Dan Lotz of 922 Films. Here is a little video we decided to make containing a short film and a little discussion about how to make a video without a script. I think it's very insightful and I hope you enjoy. Check it out.
Hey.
How's it going, man? Bye. Bye.
Hey.
Hey. How's it going, guys? Hope you enjoyed that short film. And we're here today to talk about short films or films in general with no scripts. This is a sort of a model that we have, I feel, perfected and enjoyed doing over the years. It's one of our favorite ways to create, especially short films, because I think going in without a plan, it sort of forces you to be very creative. It forces you to think outside the box and come up with weirder, different ideas that are not as derivative and maybe a little bit more original. And I think it's always been one of my favorite things is to sort of improv and make up what we're going along. And I think it's one skill I think you guys really need to learn if you're starting out, because I think it's so important to learn how to sort of improv things, because when you're on set, you get all these opportunities where you might have the ability to improv something on a bigger film, and it might be something that would really help out your film. Especially like in our feature film, we had a few moments where we improv stuff and it ended up in the film.
Yeah. Everyone on YouTube, for the most part, I'd say close to 60 to 70%, it's mostly scripted. And it's not a bad thing. Everyone does it. Every major film you've seen, there's a script to it.
Yeah.
But it'd be surprising to know how many films there are that actually are sort of just
By the seat of their pants.
yeah, by the seat of the pants, just winging it. One I can think of right now was Incoherent, a pretty cool sort of horror type futuristic film that did not have a script whatsoever. And the point is, it can be done. And so it's definitely something that you can work on, and it does pay dividends, as Dan was talking about in our feature film. Obviously, when you're doing the long form content, the big projects, yeah, it's definitely beneficial to have a script. But when you're doing little things like around your house for YouTube, it's really cool just to sort of work that muscle of, oh, we don't know what to do. Let's just come up with something.
Yeah. I think that's the one thing I've learned the most is that when you're making these little shorts, allow yourself to be stretched, allow yourself to be in a position you're not usually going to be in. On most sets, you're going to have a script, you're going to have, even for commercial work, you're going to have those kind of restrictions, sort of a model of what you're going to do. But there are so many times when you get caught in a situation where you're like, oh, we can't do this because we realize we screwed up the script and there's actually a problem. I can't count the amount of times we've been in a situation where like, oh, we wrote the script wrong. This is actually clearly wrong and we can't keep going with this. We have to completely change the script, or we have to completely change something to make the script feel a little bit more fluent. And I think having the ability to improv is just so important. You'll see that we sort of did a lot of improv and we sort of talked to each other and we figured out what we wanted to do. We had a general idea, something we've been thinking about for a while, of this guy breaking in and sort of enjoying himself playing air guitar, doing all this stuff, having fun. And then he kind of comes back and he gets caught by someone. So we had a general framework, a general script, if you would call it.
Yep.
But none of the things were scripted out. We looked at things and we saw, oh, we have a card of a Wheaten Terrier. That could be funny. Then we have a dog that's a Wheaten Terrier. What if the dog came in and it sort of like correlated to the card and it was sort of a funny sort of atmosphere of like what's going on, what's coming next. And when you have that ability to improv, you come up with these little genius, moments.
And you don't get flustered on set. I can't tell you about how many independent filmmakers that I've either seen through videos or talked to where they said that one day was completely wrecked because something that went wrong that they weren't expecting, and they weren't able to just come up with something to do in the meantime.
Yeah.
You have to have that nature of, that's what filmmaking is all about. You get on set and you got to make things happen. And there's never a,
Dull
do this,
moment.
do this, do this, do this, do this. And it's always going to go the same way. Even on the huge Hollywood films, I can't tell you how many times there are stuff they just doesn't work out for them. And they got to just improvise, do something new.
Yeah.
And it really allows not only you as a filmmaker on set to know what you're doing with all your equipment, but it allows all of the actors to really get creative with the process and the emotion that they're sort of going through in the scene.
Yeah, I think actors love improv. I mean, I've never met an actor that's like, oh, improv, we got to do extra stuff. They're usually like, that's fun. It's where they get to play. So I think that there's just so many ways that you can implement improv into your repertoire of filmmaking skills. And I think I hope you guys really enjoyed this film because it was made completely in that mindset of improv. And I would love to challenge you to go out and make your own improv videos or movies or whatever and see what you can come up with. And if you come up with something, send it to us. I mean, we'd love to see it. So this has been so awesome. We are having so much fun making these weekly videos, and we're going to be back probably the next week or the following week with another one of them to show you, more filmmaking skills that you would need to learn or would want to learn. So subscribe and enjoy all of our videos that are coming out.
And when you're starting out, it's all about just making content. Make as much content as you can, and most of it is probably going to be improvised.
Sounds good. Okay, peace. Bye.